But there's a group of them. You guys see the band? This is the long beleza. Well, good morning, folks. Man, look at this fog. I don't know what's about fog above the water early in the morning that I find so appealing and satisfying. Look at this. The same thing without the fog doesn't have the, what's the adjective? Mystiqueness? Mystiquity? Oh man, where is my vocabulary? I don't know, it makes it more mystique and interesting and a little bit spooky if you want, but in a good way. You guys remember this spot? I made a video last fall called Fishing in Paradise. All of that spot was yellow and red. It's still mostly green. The red is here, but not the yellow. Man, I came here, I put spot lock and I just killed crappie for a few hours. They were here on the bank. Now, we're still a little bit too early for that sort of business. The water, believe it or not, on the hummingbird behind me it says 74 degrees, but the hummingbird is like 2 feet under the surface. This one is right on the surface and it says only 71 degrees. So the water is still very warm, especially deeper. The water is very warm. And the fish in this lake have not pushed shallow yet. Nevertheless, I have to come, check out, take notes. Maybe 1 or 2 fish here. Maybe these little things on the bottom. Alright, let's make a few casts. If there is no fish in the cove, I know that we can find fish in the points. There is no shortage of small bluegill and yellow bass in this lake. We almost had the first visitor fish. Okay. Ow! And that was slow fish. Might have been a crappie. Might have. Oh no! Now look at these Chinese lures. Look at this. This is ridiculous. One fish, I super glued this. One fish, folks, and the tail is gone. This fish was holding on only for the tail. One of the problems is actually, where is my garbage bucket? One of the problems, folks, is that I super glue these and sometimes I don't fish them for a year, for one whole year. And the plastics kind of rot. Not all of them rot. The stretchy ones don't seem to rot. But some of these, like the trout magnet, after 1 year tends to become, I don't know how to describe it, not brittle, but I don't know, you know what I'm talking about, old plastic. Old plastic is kind of not as strong anymore. Okay. There is one fish. Oh boy. So even the baby bluegill are not on the bank yet. Well, there is some in the bank, but I was hoping this would be something else. I'm seeing a few fish. See how this is a point in front of the point in like 10-12 feet of water. I was hoping maybe some crappie there, some big yellow bass. Anything. Yep, there's one more. There is a good group of fish actually there. If these were nice fish, I could have a ball. And how did you eat it deep? You're so small and I was twitching. How did you eat it deep? Oh! Here is the first crappie, folks. There is a few in front of this tree here. Alrighty now. So they're not all the way there. By the way, these are bigger marks. I didn't see any such marks over there. I know the crappie is small, but still bigger than anything that I saw over there. So the fish is not on the bank. I think that's another crappie. I need to turn around and position the boat. The fish is not up in the coves yet. It's a little bit too early. They are kind of on the bank, but it's 15 feet deep here, folks. It's just a little too early, but they are moving in deep. Shallow, deep. They are starting to come from the main lake, and I'm gonna push more and more shallow. Maybe next week they're gonna be at the beautiful spot. I'm gonna fish a little bit without the microphone. I think I have been fishing without microphone anyway. I just didn't know it. I don't know why the batteries were dead, but I'm gonna let them charge. The camera still has a good microphone. It's just that if it's windy, it doesn't do a good job of stopping the wind. But there is zero wind right now, so you're gonna hear more of the ambient noise, which might be a good thing. I lost a bluegill, let it go, something else came and hit it, but it's another bluegill. I was hoping to find a few crappie by this bush over there. Oh man, this one needs surgery again, folks. I don't want to break my leader line. Told you, don't care for the 5-inch bluegill. I'm even thinking of putting them in the bucket over there and then feed them to some birds, because these things are overpopulated. You have to trust me. You have to trust me. I love this lake. I love all lakes, but these things are just overpopulated and they don't grow. That's a crappie. Slow head shakes. Good crappie. That one might be 10 inches. I don't know. Still, I feel like putting one on the board just to tell myself that I caught at least one 10-incher. Let's put one on the board. Otherwise, there's a good chance we go home without a 10-incher, folks. Let's put just one on the board. Oh yeah, 10.5. Keeper in Tennessee, and in Illinois I have kept 10 inches. It's hard to find in most of the lakes bigger than 10-inch crappie. Alright, that's the first fish that actually bent the rod. Okay. One of them slipped. Man, that's a bluegill. Not even big. I thought that was a bigger mark. Oh boy. Here we go, surgery again. Gotta put this thing on my neck. I hate things on the neck. I feel like one of these tourists with the goddamn sandals and the cargo pants and the camera on their neck. I can't stand them. The cargo pants with the 12 pockets and the Swiss knife. You think you're so utilitarian, don't you? You think you're ready for everything. I came here prepared. I came to Uganda prepared for everything. Look at my cargo shorts and my sandals. Can't stand these people. Cargo shorts and sandals. Come on, one of you, hit it. One of you. These are larger fish, folks. If it was December, I would have told you these are trout. Man, it's amazing how this tail, this is not a swim bait, but it's kicking even when I'm just reeling it. It's not even a swim bait. This tail is amazing. Come on, one of these big boys. These are larger fish. Might be crappie. Most likely, I know what's in this lake. Most likely this is yellow bass. But this lake has good yellow bass. They make a good fight. Got you this time. You're not coming off this time. Okay, so we have some crappie in open water. There's a group of them. You guys see the bend? This is, I forgot what this is. This is the long beleza. 6.8 inch tubular. Now one guy told me, careful guys with the beleza, used to be only tubular. They released a solid tip model. Stay away from the solid tip model. Not a good action. That's a decent crappie though. And even the 6'8" tubular. Let me confirm if this is the 6'8". Yep. 6'8" 2-piece super ultralight tubular. That's the new model, just released. After I sold out the old model, I sold out that rod. I didn't make $1. All of the retailers who sold that rod sold it for $50 to $100 markup. And me, the person who found it, and I'm the reason that manufacturer sold it out, I didn't get $1. I need to connect with these manufacturers when I find a good rod. Before I release the review, I need to connect with them, buy 200 rods or even 300 rods, then I can sell it to you guys at MSRP. I make money, nobody can gouge you, because the beleza used to cost $135. That's what it was, $135. And this one, I paid $260 because it was 200 and I paid $55. I put it on my community post. DHL charged me $55 for customs duty, import duty, the Trump tax, and then they charge $15 for processing fee and $3 for something else. So altogether, I ended up getting this rod for about double what I got the first beleza for. Now, who wins from this? Only these retailers that price gouge you. Nobody wins from this. If I can connect with these guys, once I find a good product, I don't wanna sell everything, because then people don't trust me anymore. And I know right now, some people like me and a lot of people hate me, or not hate me, but they're just jealous. You know how Nobody likes other people to succeed. Nobody likes successful people. And some people are just jealous. But even people who don't like me and are jealous, if I tell a road is good, they still trust me. That's the ultimate compliment. People who don't like you still hold a very high opinion of you. I gotta connect with some of these manufacturers. Imagine the Beleza that is so amazing and sold out. Imagine I connected with that manufacturer and I bought 200 of these rods and I could sell them to you for the actual $135 price. $135 is enough for manufacturer and for me to make a profit. It's enough. And you guys don't have to pay import duty and price gouging and any of that. Everybody could have been so happy. I would have made some money because I found the rod. You guys would have gotten an amazing rod at a good price. Everybody wins. Only those dealers, intermediaries, parasites, they're economic parasites. Even though I'm actually familiar with economic theory, and in economic theory says that they're not parasites. They perform certain function too. They take some of the risk off the manufacturer. Anyway, I don't want to go there. In economic theory, I will tell you one thing. The best thing for the maximum prosperity of the most people is to not intervene in anything and allow the free market to settle everything. Any kind of government intervention makes severe distortions that are always worse than the original issue that you didn't like and you wanted to improve. Anyway, too much information. Got you! Man, this crappie, they're small, but I saw this one on live scope. It hit like a yellow bass. This crappie shot to my jig. He didn't just turn around and nip it. He was far and he came and grabbed it. This crappie is extremely aggressive. If you don't believe me, look where the jig is. He will require intervention. I will try to save him. It's kind of deep hooked, but he is lucky that he found the best surgeon in Tennessee. I'm the best crappie surgeon in Tennessee. That's right. Dr. Eyefish, the best crappie throat surgeon south of Kentucky. Okay, this one hit kind of jerky. No, it's still gonna be a crappie. Okay, look at the action of the 6.8. This one is tubular. It said a regular fast action. Oh, that's the first yellow bass. I was surprised that I didn't catch one of these sooner. This one says regular fast action, and it is regular fast action. It's not extra fast. I like the action, it's alright. But I will say for the record, I'm not gonna do a review right away. I will make a special video about this rod later, when I fish with it more and find some fish that can actually bend it. But I will say immediately, this one has a faster action than the 6.2. The 6.2 has this slow taper, just like the Eradicator. I find it incredibly elegant. Some people don't like this kind of action, but I love it. This one is a great rod too, but the action is faster. How much faster? I don't know. I just caught 3 bluegill today. I don't want to go there, but I want you to know that the action of the 6.8 It's not the same as the action of the 6.2. I'm not even gonna say that one is better than the other, but this is not the rod that I reviewed. Did you see that bite? I was just holding and wagging my finger like this, and I felt this fish on a slack line. The 6.2 is the rod that feels like the Eradicator. This one just feels like a nice JDM rod. You know, in many ways it's the same rod and the same tip. I can't put my finger on it. It feels just like the 6.2, but because the rod is longer, that extra length, what did you put there? Did you put there thin blank, or which blank did you extend? So the rod is 5 or 6 inches longer. Did you extend the thin blank, or did you extend the thick, the stiff blank? And I think they extended the stiffer blank more than the thin part. So I don't know, altogether it doesn't, the action now feels faster. It doesn't have this slow and elegant starts all the way from here on the 6.2 and on the Eradicator, but it doesn't noodle. It just starts from here, but bends just a little bit, and then the higher you go, it progressively bends more and more, but never goes too fast progressive. Then the reason action is called slow and fast is it actually describes the speed with which the rod is becoming more progressively soft the higher you go. Slow action means that when you start from the blank, the higher you go, yeah, it gets softer, but very slowly. There is no sudden jump from kind of stiff, all of a sudden you go to soft. That's the fast and extra fast. Anyway, I did not mean, God is my witness, to come here and start talking about action today. Let's catch a few more crappie and yellow bass on the 6.8 Beleza Super Ultralight, for which I paid $260. Look at this. Is this big fish or small fish? What do you think? I think it's bluegill. 50 feet. It might have some small crappie. 52 feet. Let's see if I can cast 52 feet and catch one of these things. I cannot see my jig, folks. Sometimes I can, but by luck. But I'm gonna wait it out. I think the cast was good. I'm gonna wait until I get to the bottom and just twitch it. You don't need to see everything. Bite right away. Bite. Okay, let's see. I told you that's not big fish. Oh, maybe small crappie. 50 feet is no problem for the 1 gram number 12 if you have good tackle. No, it is a bluegill. See? Big bluegill or small crappie, but these were not good marks. And he ate it. I saw some good marks before, but they were not. Then they're gone. I caught a few of them before they were gone. And at this point, I caught so many fish here at one spot that I don't want to cut the video and go to another spot to finish the video there. I'm just gonna fish here for a little longer and then just go make a totally new video somewhere else. Man, I've been sitting on this spot for too long. I see a bunch of flies gathered around my head. Bite is good though. These are not giants, but very cooperative, even in open water. They will come and eat it. You don't need to rub it on their nose. They will come and just a couple of feet off of them, they will come and take it. You know what I'm gonna do, folks? I'm gonna end this video here. I don't want to make a very long video with nothing but dinks, and let's be honest, this is the best we can do here. But I want to go to another section of the lake and try to make one more video today, but hopefully with some other fish. But this was still a good first test for the 6'8" Beleza. Let me turn around to give you a nicer background. Still very sensitive, still very nice action, not as slow taper and as elegant as the 6-foot tube, but you know what, if you paid like me, like $250 or $260 about this rod, I don't think you overpaid. You definitely didn't get a great deal, but the rod is probably still kind of worth the money. It's just that in this kind of price range, you have some, let's say, fierce options out of Japan. Not from United States, but out of Japan, you definitely have some pretty good competition. But I'm gonna try to make one more video about the rod today, actually, just from a different section of the lake. But thank you guys for watching this one, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.